So let us start with a drop in. We're starting with a comfortable position that suits you today. And really the first few minutes is just about finding that position, turning into the body, letting the physical body, your joints, your spine, your breath, let all of that find an alignment. A posture where you feel like it's effortless to come back to your center. So let yourself move around. Maybe you want some stretches first. You move straight into big stretches, helping you find that alignment. Sometimes it can nearly feel impossible to just find it from stillness. So let the body move any way you want to. Taking those fuller breaths. My voice is already kind of on the periphery, and the center of attention is your inner space, your breath, the heart. Breath expanding some of these body parts, relaxing. Skin softening. Micro movements as you lengthen and straighten your spine. The emphasis moves from your forehead and thinking to the body and to an intuition, to your being. You might even allow a little bit of a spiral movement through your chest and your head, like a small Sufi circle, or just a side to side tipping. Helping you to drop in more to your center. Everything else is allowed, but you're also aware more of the middle, your energy, your emotions. The belly softens. The eyeballs soften. Maybe you follow the breath in and out of the heart space. As if it's the first time, or as if you really sense the significance of being alive and having your existence vibrate as this heart feeling. The spanda, the tremor, your essence. It feels good. You can keep tracing the feeling of the heart space inward. Just taking a few moments at the beginning of our practice to really connect to that absolute depth of our being. The deep peace, the formless center. Mm. The breath can help trace you in deeper into that point. As you cultivate this heart space, you can also notice what else is here. What's coming in from the periphery? Thoughts, stories, residues, emotions. What's your sentiment of this day and of your life at this moment? You can open up into a gentle reflection that will be here for a while. So just see what's here. No pressure if nothing comes up just yet. How do I feel right now? Is there anything sticky in my sphere? Try not to catch or tense around your contemplation. Keep the emphasis on softness, breath, the heart as you inquire. What do I feel challenged by? And let's recognize one of these challenges and also allow it to be here. Hold an allowing adult acceptance, compassion state for this challenge and these parts of you that are challenged. Recognize, allow. Breathing, recognize and allow. And let's investigate and nurture. So we've got space here. Why is this so challenging? What's the pieces of this? What's the piece that hurts and why? Like a relaxed, beautiful, loving adult, you are going to nurture and investigate holding hands with this challenge and going inside to that little child worried part. Why does this hurt? What do you need? Maybe you need a break, some breaths, the palm on the heart, and then to come back. Definitely take another posture at any time. If you want to go to a child's pose or lay in a fetal position you're just going to take another 2 minutes in investigate and nurture. If you want to go back to recognize and allow, you can do that too. What do I need? Sometimes it's hard to follow this contemplation in the head. Feel free to pick up a pen and just write it out at any point. This whole practice from now on, it's totally for you. You can be laying down and fetal the whole time, just contemplating or resting. Just giving this contemplation a bit more space. Seeing what other questions would be really great to ask yourself here, and give yourself a minute to do that. Can you accept the way that you're showing up amongst this challenge, in the face of this challenge? Can you acknowledge the amazing job and the amazing work that you're doing instead of thinking something's wrong? Is there a reframe you need to recognize that you have done so well? Is there a question, a feeling, or anything that you want to kind of journey with during the rest of our practice today? Is there an intention or just something you would like to hold in your heart that is seeking a resolution? Let's get clear on that now and place that intention into your heart. You want to release something. If you don't have any intention or anything like that, then just contemplate one thing that you'd like to release. Not hold too tightly in your system anymore. And then fulfill that intention. On your exhale, soften the shoulders and let that release from your system. Experiencing yourself with less of this released quality. How does it feel to be free from something you no longer need so much? Just breathing your experience of being free from this thing that was mostly imagination, but locked in with your imagination in your body. Release it and feel yourself free, energized and at peace, strong and beautiful, centered. Couple of bigger clearing breaths here. Stretch out if you want. We're going to move more into some movement in a bit. Come back to the physical body. And if none of that little drop in really landed for you, that's okay. I will just weave what we've just done through the whole practice so we can revisit. Let's see if anything else comes up as we do some movement. So again, just a couple of fuller breaths. Feel your belly expand. Feel how breath is an energy that's going to start to move your body. Might let the head gently take a rotation or tip down. It's feeling the whole spine manipulate. Organically letting neck and shoulders, head, chest move around. You might sense again your intention of that more free and positive quality that you just embodied in your contemplation, strong and centered. And just one more intention for us to trust the process. So if something feels really tight or stuck right now, like you have no idea how this is going to work or how to get through the other side, let's just trust the process and just come back to the body now for our practice. You can stay here if you want to join my invitation. It'll be to start with just a wide-legged sit. So maneuvering yourself any way you can to just have the legs separated. Don't need to be maximum apart for your feet. You come sideways on your mat or at any angle. Just let your feet come apart until there's just a little bit of a groin stretch. Hands on either side of the hips, just behind the legs, so you can get a little bit of length in your spine. Slow down before we move anywhere and just feel that little bit of a groin stretch. Feel how your hips feel against the floor. Do you want a pillow on the back of your hips? And then slide your left hand down the left leg towards the left foot and reach the right arm out to the side, up and over. Let's get a sideways stretch. And from here, make it your own. You might reach all the way over as if right hand moves to left foot. You might turn your face down or turn your face up, just like we do those sideways stretches from a seat. You can take circles with that right arm. And no one's watching you. If you want to just spread a super big smile into your cheeks and just stretch out the teeth, lips, jaw, and mouth into that big smile, massaging your face. Like a Cheshire cat, just baring all of your teeth. And you might stay on this side, maybe you're just dropping forehead to knee, or you can circle the right arm up and over, right hand sliding down the leg, left arm over. And we've got many minutes here. You can take this movement any way you like today. The body is now so happy that it's got this time to stretch. Anytime you want to just be in the middle, back in stillness, do that. You can even cross your legs and sit with the spine straight again. Listen to the spine instead of the instructions from this session. Listen to your breath. One instruction I do want you to follow is to take those fuller breaths when you can. So inhale right to the top of your lung capacity. And use your exhale to release again. Let something go. Beautiful work. This looks really nice. See what it might be like to linger in one spot for 5 more seconds after the body says, I think I want to move. See what happens if you stayed there and deepened. And if you want, you can come down into more of a yin posture, just rolling down through the middle. So let's take heaps of time. If you want to join me in that, just palms to the floor on the inside of your legs, or even the palms on a pillow on the inside of your legs. And then tip the chin down, exploring the different edges you can find. You can find one at the back of your neck by dropping the chin. You might walk your hands forward, getting groin stretch and different stretches in your back. So I'll leave you with less words to start to explore these edges, and then even find something you're happy to rest in for about 3 minutes. Up and down as needed. Swap the wide legs for a butterfly, or cross legs with your legs if you want to. Full breaths helping you to arrive. Smile in your cheeks. A release on the exhale. A contemplation of the challenge you identified, just feeling how it lands in your experience now. What's here? If you want, we can be here another 30 seconds or even a minute. Just start to scan the body for any body part that needs a little bit of a massage. And I invite you to breathe that massaging, nurturing, melting, pleasureful energy into those body parts. And if you want, with an open palm, you can even gently rub energy into that body part. If there's another type of touch, a squeeze, a kneading with your knuckles or something like that, you can do that too. And if you're just ready to come back out of the posture, feel free. You might just end up in a comfortable seat. Maybe there's a palm on the heart. Don't need to figure out, solve your issues or challenges, just loving yourself with these breaths and palms through the heart. Compassion, acceptance. Couple of fuller clearing breaths as I'll invite us to go into some new movements. So just take a moment to come back to your energy and breath. Maybe the body already starts to move. Just create a space for us now to move to all fours. Feel free to remain sitting there as long as you want. I'm also going to hop up in a second and grab my journal as well. But before that, if you want, you can just join me in all fours. And you might go straight back to a child's pose, but otherwise you just know what to do. Just take that free movement. Really focus on the edges of the movement. As your hips tip side to side, you feel the edges of that. As this hips tip up and down, you feel those edges. And now just kind of cut away my instructions. Your fingertips are squeezing and everything else is just following that strength of your hands and the depth of your breath. as you move, or if you're in a posture of stillness, keep a connection to the heart space, the part of you that is the present moment. And then we'll move into a static posture. You can stay moving. Maybe you're doing some down dogs or circles. Feel free to move in and out of movement if you want to. Otherwise, find a static posture. So maybe a child's pose, maybe a melting heart, maybe a reclined butterfly where you're laying on some pillows on your back. Maybe you want to lay on your belly. So just find a kind of yin posture, something you can move into. There's a little bit of an edge for you, something sticky to breathe through, and then a place to rest. Like I said, if there's still movement flowing through the body, small, big, or spirals, if the breath is just moving energy, really flow with that. Let that move. The fuller breaths are moving energy through your system, and it's just organic. There's no thoughts about where the breath should go or how the energy will move. Just feel that life force circulate through your body. Pay attention to the heart space with your next few breaths, and just let this, as if it's a flower behind your sternum, and the breath is sunlight, gently blossoming open this heart space with its petals, the vitality and aliveness of your heart opening with each breath. Letting that be enough. You don't need anything else or better or more or checklist, just opening the heart with your breath. The shoulders melt. Maybe a couple of big sighs, breathing in through the nose, out from the mouth, letting it all go. Another layer of relaxation through the body, releasing. Releasing what doesn't serve you anymore. Eventually, we're going to make moves towards more of a final relaxation pose, which usually on the back or roll to one side or just kind of a restorative pose down on the mat with props. So stay here as long as you like. Start to make movements to something or something you could rest in for 10 minutes and let that just be in your own time. Mm. Really find that spot, that sweet spot, something the body, something that feels like a big sigh for the body, that it feels perfect. You are embodying a feeling of completion, like it's all here. You can rest now. You found a sweet spot for your body. The body wants a big stretch or a little movement. Make sure you keep listening to that. Don't just check out. Keep checking in. Embody yourself a little bit deeper. Moving through the heart space and then into your tissues. How does it feel to be here right now? What do I need? Make the most out of this posture. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you are resting. This is a time fully for your body. How does it feel to be in this body? Can you relax the body 100%? Checking that your breath is full. I invite you to make some sound on the exhale, releasing something from the lower back, from deep in your belly. From any other body part, giving it sound and release. You may be ready to roll to one side, or you might be in a phase of actually just surrendering heavier into your back. Whatever feels good. With the breath or a palm on the heart space, taking in your intention. What is it that you started with that felt? Was there anything that felt significant to you that you can embody through your heart now? Through the heart into your whole energy being. What would it feel like to be released from whatever it was that you're ready to let go of? Would you feel more relaxed, more inspired, more accepting, more at peace if you would just release? Finding the end points of your breath, cultivating that presence to the now. One more minute. And then finding your way into a comfortable seat. No rush. See if you can stay slow. Taking extras. The breath is full the whole way. Mm. If it feels good, hands to prayer or palm on the heart space or palm somewhere on the body. Just let yourself turn all the way back in. Use your breath to settle down into the body, away from the thinking and more into the direct experience of your senses, the moment, what you can feel here. And then just pick out one thing that really stood out from the practice for you. Were you able to detect a challenge, or did an intention feel good, or an insight or a memory? Just pick out something that was meaningful for you and ask yourself, how do I feel about this now? And what do I need to do next? What do I need? Of course, relax the hands anytime you want to. What do I need? So take your time here to come back. You can stay with the eyes closed for a little bit. I actually just want to share a little bit about this journey that and the process. So I was speaking to a friend recently about, what happens after we become aware of a challenge or a trigger. And in many cases, just being aware is like enough to resolve it. But sometimes we become aware of something and it's not quite resolved, but it started up this journey, and we can just trust that the next time this arises, inside the challenge will also be the instruction about what we need and what we should do next with that challenge. We just need to get quiet and listen into it. So don't get caught thinking that there's now something you should feel pressured to fix. And trust that just being more aware and in tune is how we fix.